All right, I will be sending all of y'all over to the ice bath Q&A. I'm talking to my stream friends, my streamites.
Okay.
All right. Connor?
Yeah.
I need you to do me... What's going on? Oh, you're not even in the bathroom yet.
No.
Smells like poop in here.
Well, that's probably Michael's too.
I want you to know that this feeling will take you by storm in the beginning. I'm getting naked.
What?
But I'm getting naked. It's gonna seem like it's too much.
Right.
But you can handle it.
Okay. Did you put actual ice in it?
Nope, that's cold bath water.
Okay.
So, come on in.
Fuck.
Now, I don't know how much body mass you're gonna have in your lower legs, so I don't know. We might go over.
It does smell like poop.
Yeah, it does.
I think we probably will go over. This is not just an ice bath Q&A. It's a ice bath and Michael's poop Q&A.
Michael's poop is making a guest appearance in this Q&A.
Michael's poop is a presence.
All right. So once we get in the bath, we've got 30 minutes.
I think we probably will go over. Okay.
And I need my phone really bad.
I didn't bring my phone over here. Actually. This is not just an ice bath Q&A. It's an ice bath and Michael's poop.
Michael's poop is making a guest appearance in this Q&A. Okay, Conor, come on. Alright, so once we get in the bath, we've got 30 minutes.
Okay.
And I need my phone really bad.
I didn't bring my phone. It's not just an ice bath. It's an ice bath.
Michael's poop is making a guest appearance in this Q&A. Okay, Conor. Oh, I was doing big audio feedback. I can't do this without you. Now there's a more comfortable side and a less comfortable side. This is going to be the more comfortable side. I don't think we're both the less comfortable side.
Right.
I don't think we're both going to be able to fit in.
Right.
Unless we go this way. And then we'll still both probably barely fit.
Right. I think we have to face each other. I think that's the only way this is going to work.
And then we have to be able to see this chat.
Okay.
Just get this right.
I think that the best way to do the more versus less comfortable side is draw, paper, scissors.
I think I have to take the less comfortable side.
Why?
Because it's my thing.
Okay.
And I take ice
Fair.
baths.
Okay.
So.
Fair. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's not cold enough.
What are you doing?
This isn't a kind of cool bath. This is an ice bath.
Oh no. You know, when I was a lifeguard and I had to get into the Pacific Ocean to get paid, even in the summer, if it was overcast, I would do everything I could to not get in the water. I didn't care. I just do not like the cold.
Well, I go into shock every time I get in cold water, but ice baths are a little different, where it's like, once you get used to it, it gives you energy.
Okay.
And you don't have to move, you just sit still.
I think the last time that I did an ice bath, it was in ninth grade. And I had, for a brief and weird period, I joined the football team.
I used to take ice baths with a lot of my cross-country teammates.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You do feel very mobile in those, don't you?
I do. It's pretty fun. I gotta say. I feel free. I feel like I could, just run around. This is like as close to not wearing clothes as you can be while wearing clothes.
Yeah.
I feel like this is more free than underwear, honestly.
We have to go colder.
Oh my god.
Look, and my foot is comfortably in it.
Right. Well, your foot is heating it up. Yeah.
Normally, when I get into these things, I put my foot in and I'm like, oh no.
Right.
I'm making it colder. Nice, that's where all the cold water was. Conor, it's time to go. There's a hole in my heart where the rain pours in.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Okay.
I'll get in first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're not selling this.
Okay. Now it's you.
Oh god.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Okay.
Oh, we're really close to overflowing. Okay, ask us questions. 30 minutes. I can't see the time. It's 8:11.
I'm already comfortable.
No.
Say something! There's a hole in my heart where the rain comes in. It keeps the place moist and cold.
This is a Q&A.
My heart, let your love come in.
So you ask questions and we answer them. I could never. Yes, you could.
So
I believe in you.
afraid of passion that hold. And I remember the way that you kissed me, like we were.
Why are you doing this? LOL. Conor, why are you doing this? I'm doing this for content.
Right. I'm doing this because I enjoy novelty. And this is novel. And also I'm always intrigued to hear.
Answer faster, Conor.
I'm intrigued to hear the questions that people ask me. Ooh, that is colder than where I am.
So it just runs down my ribcage.
I'm afraid of perching that hole. Now remember the way that you kissed me, like we.
I'll move your
were-
feet a little bit.
Oh. Yeah, they
The
made
war-
like a protective casing.
Yeah, there's a protective warm water casing. Do you feel that on your back?
Yeah.
Do you feel this?
Wait, why do you have apple cider vinegar conditioner? Why is
that's
this
not
like
mine.
an apple cider vinegar themed apartment?
All of my soap is up on the top there.
Wow, you have a lot of soap. Nobody is curious.
Yeah, this has been a slow start to a Q&A.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we can't fix it.
How do we fix it? How long have you known each other?
Since
Since-
2016.
Yeah. Yeah. We met sophomore year, right?
7 years?
No, that's 5 years.
5 years. I thought it was
But
20.
5 years is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
That is a long time, actually.
Wow.
But then, yeah.
We met in a dining hall.
Yeah. Michael, I remember that I walked into this dining hall at the university that me and Michael went to, and I saw Michael. I'm like, hey, and Michael just starts giggling. He starts going the way he does when he gets like really excited about something, and then he just goes, come on, like I want you to meet my friend, and you're just like sitting there, and you've got this facial expression on. Except I think it's just your normal face. Yeah. And I'm like, hi. Okay. And then we just like sat and had a pretty normal conversation, but Michael the whole time didn't say a single word and just was giggling for like 30 minutes.
Connor and I were riffing the entire time.
Yeah,
Our
that's
entire friendship used to be riffs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And if
when
I
they were
remember
on-
correctly, sometimes they became a little insensitive.
I would believe that.
To, like, how old are you now?
I'm 25 now.
You're 25,
So I was
I'm
20
23. So I was 18, you were 20,
Yeah.
and just boys being boys, I guess.
Yeah, which is a terrible phrase. And used to justify so much.
And we're just boys being boys in the fraternity. What do you mean he died? He
Let
didn't die at the
them
hazing
be
event.
boys. Let them be boys. It's just what boys are going to do. You can't stop them. The legal system isn't designed to prosecute them. And they're white, so you can't.
I like the little tiny facial expression you did when you said white. You're like, they're white.
Yeah.
There's just like a little bit of tension in your face.
Yeah, right.
Ah.
It's not cold enough. I just realized, well, I think a greater percentage of your body is in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because my legs are short.
Right. Right.
And also, I get to flex my feet to fit, and you don't get to do that.
That's true. I mean, I wouldn't really. Oh.
Ah. A lot of cold water there. Is Michael usually the quiet one? It totally depends.
Yeah.
Depends on where Michael's at.
Yeah. The last couple of months, he's been the quiet one. Until 4th of July, he really kind of turned a corner on 4th of July. Like, he retreated from where he was at the peak of 4th of July, but he is definitely way more talkative right now than he was when I arrived. I almost, like, don't want to ask him about it, because I'm irrationally afraid he's going to be like, huh, I have been talking a lot, and then not talking anymore.
Michael was the quiet one for several months, though.
Yeah. Michael was kind of, I wouldn't say that Michael's ever, like, the talker, but he has definitely not always been quiet.
Chris K asked, what is happening? Ice Bath Q&A.
Yeah. Featuring me and Michael's poo smell.
And Michael's poo smell is featured in this Ice Bath Q&A. It's
Here.
probably not as noticeable on that end
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah,
Is there ice in the bath? No, it's just the coldest water we can get, but it comes out 50 degrees.
I think that if we put ice in the bath, it would make it more extreme.
Yeah, well, we might do another ice bath Q&A with ice, because we were supposed to go to the store today and get ice, but we had to do our band practice. Can you read that? It's hard to read from here.
How would you define your role in the friend group? To both of us, I guess. I would say Ethan's like this the salt guy. Like he eats salt, you know.
That's only every couple of meals. How would you define your role in the friend group?
I would say I'm new to this group of people as sort of like a friend group, I suppose. Like I obviously arrived much later than everybody else. I arrived at the end of May. And I knew Michael and Ethan well beforehand, but I didn't know Clayton well. I think I haven't really thought about it very much. I've been appreciative to have a part in it because I've been sort of like without social structure for the last like 2 years during COVID and during some stuff that happened to me before. Say if I have to pick like sort of what my role often is I am like happy to go with the flow in like 90% of situations and just sort of like contribute, and then when I am no longer aligned with the situation, I like leave or distance myself. But sometimes, like 10% of the time, I'm able to provide like a lot of direction and kind of get everybody going somewhere. But most of the time, I'm not doing that.
I would say, especially in this friend group, I'm the odd one. And I used to be the funny one, but I've just had like a bad couple of months. Mm-hmm. And so the funny energy doesn't really come out to play as much. Mm-hmm. And different energies came out. Different energies came out that were unique, like, just running as a form of masochism and just like being totally broken in this friend group. And I think that I'm also a beta in this friend group. And Michael and Clayton both have alpha energies. And those alpha energies work well with each other, which is surprising. But in other friend groups, I do not, nor can I really tolerate taking a beta position. And so this is a really unique friend group. And like my friend group. So it's not like I'm usually an alpha in every other situation. Like in my friend group, I'm the beta. But then in other situations, I tend to like to be more of a leader. But I'm not a leader in this group of friends.
Yeah. That's interesting. I would say a little bit the same. Yeah. Like I often find myself like making decisions in other friend groups, but in this one less so, and it's nice. It's nice for me.
It's frustrating for me sometimes.
No, I don't mind. I feel like everybody's pretty understanding of me like stepping out whenever I need or want to step out, and so I sort of engage when I want to and don't when I don't.
Can you get the phone to make sure?
Yeah.
Do I have any texts?
It just says I expect Q&A.
20 minutes remaining of the Q&A.
I think we need more water.
Take some water and put it on your chest. Oh my god.
It's gotta go.
Woo. How's it going?
Yeah, it's cold.
That was a cold part. The water gets really warm around us fast because there are two bodies in this.
And there's not a lot of tub.
No, there's not that much tub.
Yeah.
But, how's it going in general, man?
You know, it's going pretty good. I'm usually somebody who responds accurately to that question. And there was like a year there where people would be like, "How you doing?" I'd be like, "Adequate." Like, I'm good enough to continue going, you know? And now I respond pretty good. What makes you both anxious? How do you know I'm anxious? How the fuck did you know how do you know I'm anxious?
I am pretty anxious.
Is he watching me?
Yes, they're all watching you.
Where's the beer at, though?
The beer's coming tomorrow night. What makes me anxious?
Yeah.
I live in a lot of uncertainty, but there are some certainties that I make this romantic.
No.
Why, love? There are some certainties that have been affecting me a lot. My relationship and cracks in that foundation has made me very anxious. My girlfriend. And timeliness makes me anxious. That's something that we've had issues with before in the past.
Yeah.
But that's a more recent development, the timeliness one. Have you rubbed Michael's shaved head for good luck?
No, I haven't. I feel like the first time I interacted with somebody who didn't shave their head, I had that urge, but I have not thought of doing that. I get anxious. I'm made anxious by existential things pretty often, coming to terms with my own death and all that stuff. But I would say mostly those are all head thoughts, and most anxiety comes from gut feelings. And I would say a lot of my unhappiness, I can be happy through pretty much anything if I have solid friends around me, and it makes me very anxious and upset to feel insecure in my relationships. So whatever it is that means.
Well, that's an interesting question. What has live streaming your life taught you about yourself that you may not have known prior? My foot was good.
Yeah.
He ignored my comment. Make this romantic. Why? Wow.
Ethan, I love you.
Conor, I want to kiss you in a intimate and passionate way on the face, but not on the lips, because I want to tease you.
How was that? I think we did pretty good.
What has live streaming your life taught you about yourself that you may not have known prior?
Well, I'll start. I'm not live streaming my life, so I haven't learned anything.
I think that I have spent a lot of time. I was applying to a lot of jobs for a year. After I graduated from college, and I spent a lot of time getting rejected. And I think the live streaming is something I care about. And a lot of those rejections, and then applying and then getting rejected, expecting to get rejected, was pretty bad for self-worth. And being able to do this project, and feeling good about the thing I'm doing, is really important to me. So I think that is just a recent development. It's not something that I didn't know prior, but I do think that I'm doing my best, and that's important to me. It also it's been hard to reflect on the project so far because it's going. There's so much. There's pressure all the time. Keep it running. Make it less than 6 hours. Make sure to stay away from copyrighted. Keep the camera at the right angle. Worry about the cords. Swap the ice packs.
Batteries. Network connection.
Batteries, network connection, the server, audio problems. There's a lot going on all the time. And it's hard to take the time to just think. But I do plan on writing about the experience afterwards. You ignored my comment. The one before
With the beer.
With the beer.
The
The
one-
beer is coming tomorrow night. Lots of beer. I'll drink all the beer. I'll drink more beer than you want me to drink.
Oh,
You too.
I will. Well, I mean, I'll drink cider.
No, I will drink more beer than you
Then I
want
want
me
you
to
to
drink.
I
Yeah.
would say, I want you to drink a moderate amount of beer.
Well, I'm going to drink more.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts about
It's consuming.
Sneaky's Pizza Siver cosplay brother of mine?
That was incomprehensible to me. I don't know.
It's a League of Legends. Siver is a League of Legends character that throws a spinny thing.
Okay.
And Sneaky is a League of Legends player. So Pizza Cosplay is describing a cosplay. Sneaky did a cosplay of Pizza Siver. And Pizza Siver is skin for Siver in that game. And so he dressed up like
Wow.
Pizza Cosplay. Sneaky did.
You had to explain almost every single word in that sentence to me.
And then brother, that's my brother. Ty Young
Oh.
is my younger brother.
Oh.
Do you guys consume enough fiber?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think I
I
consume
eat-
a lot of fiber.
I eat like 3 bowls of Chex whole wheat cereal every morning. So I feel like fiber is one of the few things that I do have enough of in my diet.
I never answered how I felt about Pizza Siver cosplay. I didn't see it. That in mind, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. The one thing that could have been improved were the shoes.
I thought it was insipid and understaffed. No. Okay.
I don't know what insipid means. It's like
Do I consume enough fiber? I almost certainly consume enough fiber. You should see the amount of whole grain stuff I eat, and then also spinach. That's fibrous.
That's true.
And salads for dinner. I consume too much fiber. As live streaming brought you and Michael closer together.
It's brought him and me closer together.
Yeah,
That's
live
not true.
streaming has brought me closer with a lot of people. I think that it is a very unique stimulus to do things. And that's one of my favorite parts about it so far. And Michael
That's true.
wrote about this at one point. It's a stimulus, like just something that encourages doing. And so, like, why would Conor and I take an ice bath together if we weren't doing this Q&A? And so the
That's
front
fair.
stageness
Yeah.
of the Livestream project, which is inevitable unless I actually just never interacted with chat, really encourages doing things and spending time with people you like.
That's definitely true, even for me. Like, I feel like now that I've gotten pretty much like 100% comfortable with the live stream around, I would say it's just like the one thing that I was expecting for 100% comfortable to look like, okay, like I can ignore it, but instead it's turned out to be sort of like, oh, I'm excited to hang out with my friends, but also there's like higher energy for some reason, you know? Like there's like a reason to do stuff. I don't know what it is about it, but yeah.
What you got? I can't read it. Would you guys be
Would
able?
you guys be able to perform an original song as a band?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're definitely.
Connor and I will write the melody right now.
Okay,
It's gonna be blues.
okay. Oh, yeah. I was running and I didn't stop. No, I was running and I didn't never stop. The Forrest Gump jam. I was running.
So that's
That's the first original song.
the first original song is a band, 2-man band. Half the band's here, 2 of them are out.
Yeah.
OJ wants to know if you miss Susie, but he's too much of a coward to ask.
You can tell OJ, which is a friend of mine from growing up, that I don't miss his dead dog because it died, and I haven't thought about it in a long time since it died. When I found out it was dead, I
feel
briefly
the fact
missed
that
it.
You're referring to it as an it says all you gotta say. I don't think I've ever missed an it.
I missed it when I found out it was dead, but then I was like, that's not my dog, and also dogs die, and so I don't miss it. Who do you
I like
like
Burns'
more,
next
Gary
question.
Cooper or Clayton? I like Clayton more, but Gary Cooper's getting up there. Jordan, friends.
That's a good question, Jordan.
No. Yes.
7 or...
Okay, next question. Conor, what would you like to change about Ethan? What do you like about him? What would you change about me, Conor?
I would say that I am the worst person to ask, like, what would you change about somebody?
Yeah.
Because I don't really think that way.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like to a fault, I will tolerate other people's foibles such as they are.
What would you change about me now?
I'm going to turn on the water. But I'll see if I can come up with something, and in the meantime, as a stalling tactic, what do I like about Ethan? Not much.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Yeah. I love you too, man.
No, I mean same. I don't like much about Ethan.
Oh. Wow. I'm really punching down here. I like that he's very straightforward. I think that's something that's nice to me in friends. And I think we have a good, like, understanding. I think we're both people that find it easier to understand other people than be understood. And I feel like I am understood pretty well by Ethan, and I appreciate that.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't feel like I need to be. I don't know. You're definitely one of the people that I'm like more comfortable with at this point.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable with you when you honk.
Yeah, that's true. I think I
Well,
make
besides
Ethan
that,
more
I think we're
uncomfortable
good.
than he makes me. But I'm also, yeah.
Conor and I also get along very well when we both bring positive energy, and I think we both we feed each other when we both have positive, like, goofy energy,
Yeah.
and we don't pull each other down, or we, at least I don't think we do too much, pull each other down with our when we have negative energy.
Yeah, I think that's
So
true.
we respect each other's energy and let those.
And neither of us are very needy people, which I think works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ethan, can I call you Cone Joe from now on? No. Can I be the dancer for your band? Yes, you can. What's the
Nice.
next one say?
Did Michael's release of his journal this year change anything between you and Michael? He released his journal.
Yeah, he released a manifesto. No, it did not change much. Michael and I have almost an unconditional friendship, and it's a very special friendship, and I don't think that friendships like what I have with Michael happen multiple times in someone's life, but maybe they don't even happen in some people's lives. Like, Michael and I have grown up together. We've experienced a lot together and a lot of discomfort, and we don't always like each other. And in that journal, I talked to him. There were times when we did not enjoy each other, and he wrote in that journal in an honest and aggressive way, and I think it made me grow closer to him. It was dark. I don't think my journal would be that dark, except for maybe a month ago. Maybe I would get darker than that. But it made us closer, I would say. Do you think Clayton's addiction will affect the band in the long run?
Definitely.
It just depends if he gets a handle on it or not.
I think that even if he does, I already distrust, his ability to consume clean energy and ketosis is no joke.
if we happen to run any ultra marathons together, it's going to be a big problem because when you're running an ultra marathon, there is a direct relationship between your body's ability to fat burn and carb burn and the amount of intense effort you're able to put forth. So one thing you have to do when you run ultra marathons is you have to consume a lot of carbohydrate, simple carbohydrate, while you're going, so that way you can maintain above a fat burning threshold as far as perceived effort or biological effort goes. And so if we ever run an ultra marathon together, his addiction will be a very big problem because carbohydrates are very important for ultra marathon runners.
And I think the chat should do their best to support Clayton in this time and make sure that he doesn't resort back to ketosis when things get hard for him. Like when he drops a penny on the floor or
Yeah.
somebody says a mean word to him.
Would you say you are happier or more miserable since you started the live stream? I'm a lot happier, which might be hard to tell because I don't seem overwhelmingly happy. But I had reached an all-time life low before the live stream. And if I failed to live stream, then I probably would have been even lower.
That seems to be kind of a theme with these live streams, is that right before the live stream, you have to be miserable.
Yeah. Actually, right after I started the live stream, like 2 days in, or 3 days in, I was staring at a couch, and I don't know how many people watch this moment, but that was the lowest point in my entire life.
Wow.
I just sat and stared at the couch.
Wow. Yeah. That's an interesting all-time low, because I feel like you've been in plenty of situations where it's more easy to explain why you'd be so miserable than staring at a couch.
I felt like for a long time I was waking up, not wanting to wake up, and then I was waking up, not wanting to wake up, and then I would go throughout the day looking forward to going to sleep so I could get to the next day, which I wasn't looking forward to living.
I also felt like that in the end of May, when it started. June.
And so it was like I was checking these boxes that I didn't even want to check. Like there was no reason to check them.
We were some just like deeply unstable men in this town.
Yeah.
Nobody was... who's the new guy? I feel like I missed something. This is Ethan.
This is Conor. Conor is a musician, also known as Wise John. I was listening to your album this morning.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you like Borderline. I've been Ethan's friend for 5 years. He's been mine for 2.
Son of a bitch.
Once again, I have found victory in defeat. What is this?
I can't finish reading Michael's journal. For me, it happened already.
So I'm sure he has a different headspace in 29 versus now. That was very...
Yeah, it's very different. But the journal is like an intense read. Like it makes you feel bad every second you're reading it.
Wow, jeez.
It's contagious thought.
Wow.
So I just power read it before he released it. And then I realized...
When was this? When did he release it?
New Year's, I think.
Wow.
And I realized, Michael and I talked about how, like, the piece of content lost its punch by omitting names, but he couldn't include names because he didn't want to do that to people. He didn't want their names to forever be his thoughts of those names. And I told him to leave my name in, and we agreed to leave my name in because it maintains the punch and it like preserves the art in some way, and I could handle it.
That's interesting.
How do you think the live stream affected Michael? Michael grew a lot in the live stream. He just like he became self-aware to a point that was like beyond most of my peers.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like I wasn't around Michael much for the year and a half to 2 years leading up to him doing the live stream. So obviously some of this might have happened during the other stuff that he did, but I would say he became like the way I would put it is he like gained an internal monologue. Weirdly, I felt like when I first met him in high school, he like was he was somebody who was like really talented and good at stuff, like most things, but it was sort of like it almost felt like he was more like a force of nature than a person. You know, I wouldn't have really like gone to him with any sort of like emotional problems. Like I would hit him up to have like a great time, and you know he was a great guy. But whereas like after the live stream, he definitely became more. He's like one of the most internal people I know now, which is a pretty wild change.
It also kept him alive.
Yeah.
So I think the live stream also kept Michael alive.
Yeah.
Yeet? Does that say yeet?
It says Yont.
Yont.
Terry says hi.
Terry.
Is that like Terry?
I think that's our Terry.
Oh shit! Hey Terry.
Be honest, does Michael secretly come from a multi-millionaire family? I don't think so. I don't know what the definition of multi-millionaire
I think it means
is.
you have multiple millions of assets.
Yeah, I don't know what their assets are. I know Michael's grandparents owned a like gas and welding company or something in that thing in California, but they sold it when they got old.
Huh.
Ethan, did you think you'd last this long live streaming? I feel like you were definitely a little hesitant, maybe nervous to do it.
I did think I would last this long. I thought I would last